Hi everyone, home reports for property. What do you do if there are problems on it? Someone reached out to me, someone that I met from a property networking event years ago, downloaded my Starter's Guide to Property Investing and reached out to me for some advice on what to do with their home report now that they've seen some problems on it. For home reports, depending on the surveyor, normally a RIC surveyor, they would often grade the severity of a problem on the report. So they'll go through the whole property, the roof, the kitchen, the tiles, everything, the boiler, and then they'll grade it from 1, 2, or 3, and then put a description next to it. So there were some 3s on the report that this investor didn't know what to do. So I thought I'll just run through some of the learnings that I've shared with them, and so that you can take this approach in future as well. So just to take a step back, just in the cycle of buying a property, where does the home report come in? So typically what happens is you look at properties online, you find something you like, you view it, you put in an offer. Once the offer is accepted, you then have a choice of paying for your own home report. So you search online or get a recommended RIC surveyor to go in and view the property on your behalf, and then to generate a report. This can take maybe a week to organize, depending on how busy they are, and for them to write up the reports. Once you get the report back, it's a detailed document with often with photos and long descriptions about each individual area of the property. When the survey's back, you then have a choice of what to do next: to continue with that accepted offer and then buy the property, or you can negotiate on the price further. For example, maybe the survey has picked up some damp issues that you maybe didn't see at your viewing, or some underlying cracks or structural issues that is a big concern. So obviously, if you didn't know that right at the start, you can come in and maybe make another offer and say, hey, this is what's happened. Can I reduce it by £2,000 or £5,000? So going back to the question that they approached me for, what do you do when you have these bad reports, or these bad gradings, I should say? So these will be 3s on some cracks or 3s on the roofing. What I said was, what I've briefly touched upon is, look at the item itself and get an estimate on how much it would how much it would take to fix this. So if there was a roofing issue, you potentially may need to replace the roof within a few years. So therefore, how much is it going to cost you? Ask around for quotes, get some expert advice on whether it does need to be replaced or not, just to get another opinion, because the surveyor's report is just one perspective. So you can get builders and other professionals' advice on it. Once you have that, you then create a picture of how much it can cost you over the next 6 months, 12 months, 5 years. So if within a year you need to replace the boiler, replace the roof, replace the electrics, that can cost you in excess of £5,000. With that in mind, you need to budget that in. And because you've got a clear, defined reason of needing to put more money into the property, you can put a counter offer to reduce the amount. Now, you could argue that you could reduce it by the same amounts, but you just got to see where the vendor lies. Maybe you can meet halfway, but really, the figure that's most important to us when we're looking at any property deal is the end figure. And what we mean by that, and that's not the end valuation, it's the end ROI for us, the return on investment. So once we buy the property, do the works, see what the uplift is, see what the expenses are, remortgage the property at the end of that build period, how much money is left and how much income is it generating, and then what is that as a percentage, and that is what the ROI is. Um, so if the ROI drops significantly with the works that we need to do, then the only way to increase the ROI again to hit our target in our business or hit our target for the ROI, then is to make a lower offer. Having a target ROI is so important because for me, it's a great comparable as if you were to put that same money in the bank and to get, 0.5% per annum. Or if I was to invest it in stocks and shares, I might get 4% on that. So when putting this money aside in the bank or in these other investments, I get an ROI of 4%. If I was to go through with this property deal, do the works, get the rental income, have some voids, if the ROI is on target to what I expect, then it can still work. You can still go ahead without reducing your offer, but it doesn't hurt to reduce your offer once the survey comes back with problems. I hope this has been helpful. Just ask me any questions and hopefully I can help. I probably should also mention that the Starter's Guide to Property Investing is available at the link peterno.co.uk. It's a it's a list of all the frequently asked questions that have been asked to me over the years of helping others and putting it together in a way that's a bit more enjoyable to read. So hopefully you find that useful as well. Thank you.